Hey everybody, welcome to the Trey Angle. I hope you're doing amazing. I am so excited for you to be here. And if this is your first time, welcome. What I'm doing here and what I'm hoping to achieve is to help people step into a better place in life, help them serve at a higher level, and help them create everlasting change. That's what it's all about. And the triangle is just my little insights and angles, and also some insights and angles from others on how they're doing the same thing. And I hope it provides value to you. I hope it helps you expand at a higher level. But I just want to say I love you. I'm excited for you to be here. And let's dive into the message. Boom! Come on. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm so excited you're here. And if you're watching this live or you're watching, boom, brand new studio. I'm so excited about it. We're in the building process and I'll share with you how it's going to go. But I'm really excited about it, as you can see. But I have a quick message I want to share with you guys. It's something that I recently went through. And these were reminders that I had to tell myself. And, whenever you're in the pit, you learn from it. So I wanted to share with you guys something that I took from it, a revelation I had, and a great reminder. And to me, it's a quick fix to happiness, and even a process to joy, because there is a difference of happiness and joy. Happiness can be temporary, but joy, that's what's everlasting. That's something that it's beyond happiness, right? If you look at the definitions of it. I don't have them in front of me, but maybe I should, and I should share that with us next time. But anyway, what I want to share is that quick fix. And it's something that we've all probably experienced. I'll kind of tell you, I was just in the dumps. It was a funk. I was in a funk. And I was like, man, how am I going to get out of this? And, I'm in my head. I'm thinking of all the things that aren't going well and, the negatives, anxiety, doubt. What if this doesn't work out? What if, this doesn't turn? What if the market, crashes? Or what if we are shut down? I mean, there's so much stuff going on in the world right now. It's easy for us to overlook the second piece, which is serving others. And that's what I was reminded of. And it was a quote that I heard years ago that has stuck with me ever since. If you're feeling in the dumps, if you're feeling depressed, it's because you're thinking about yourself too much. Go think about somebody else. Go serve somebody else. And it is fascinating how true that statement is, because if you do go out there and you do go serve someone else, you're immediately taking the entire thoughts, your whole mind off of yourself and your current problems and onto somebody else. Now, caveat, I know I'm not trying to say, hey, don't worry about your problems, don't address them. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say if you're in that state, you're not performing at your best, right? If you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling stress, if you're feeling that, just that depression, it's hard to perform at your best level. It's hard to get out of that funk. And that's really what I wanted to share with you. And I have something in front of me. This is really interesting, and I'm actually going to dive into some scripture, something I've never done before publicly, but just walk with me here. If this isn't for you, just hear it out. Again, this is from the Bible, but there's truth in it. And I believe that everyone can come to that there is truth in the stories, and you can learn a lot from the stories. So, with that, let's just dive into it. But it's referring to Mark 8:34-35, where we read, if we want to be Jesus' disciples and follow him, we have to deny ourselves and take up our cross. It's actually crazy because I did have a podcast message about this, couple podcast episodes ago, which was actually months ago, and this was the concept of, hey, we all have to pick up our cross, deny ourselves. But what I wanted to get into, which is really cool, the Greek word for deny is aparneomai. I think I butchered that probably, but aparneomai, aparneomai. And it means to forget oneself and lose sight of one's interest. And that right there basically sums up what I just said. Deny ourselves, basically lose sight of our own interest for one moment and think of somebody else. And if we're putting it into the context of this scripture, Mark 8:34 to 35, it's summed up in this way: deny yourself and die to yourself. And that's a whole nother topic and conversation that we can discuss later. But what I wanted to share was just this: forgetting ourselves. And if you look in the Greek definition of deny, meaning forget oneself and lose sight of one's interest, that is just like perfect. And for me, I think that's so cool, because that's exactly what I tried to do. Is, all right, how can I serve some other people? So I made some phone calls to some friends. I know they're going through some stuff, and I listened. And I was able to be a good ear. And if I had any light to share, I did. But just something about that process. And you can have it your own way, but forgetting yourself and doing something for others, whether that's your gift in art, whether that's making music, whether that's writing a paper, or maybe it's just, hey, going to meet up with a friend and going on a walk, or I don't know what that may be for you, but hey, let's implement it more. Because at the end of the day, that's love. And if we learn to love somebody else, you're going to love yourself more. And that's something that I truly believe. And it is a golden commandment that I believe in, which is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Or that's one of the commandments, right? The golden rules, I would say. But love your neighbor as you love yourself. But in order to love your neighbor, you have to love yourself first, in my opinion. You have to learn to love yourself, because you're only going to give as much love as you have. Now you're probably thinking, well, if I'm in the dumps, Trey, how can I give love? This is where you flip it. If you give love to somebody when you're not feeling it for yourself, you receive it. Because you're giving, you want to give your best to somebody else, maybe when you don't want to give your best to yourself. And that's a harsh reality that we live in, or the harsh reality I would just say I live in at times, where I'm willing to give everything to somebody, but sometimes I'm not even able to do that same for me. And that's just the matter of the fact for me. And it may be the same for you. But this is something that I've learned. This is something that I'm working through and wanting to build depth in, and creating that type of peace, joy, and love for others, and also helping me get out of my funks quicker, helping me perform at a higher level, helping me serve at a higher level, helping me get out of my head and deny myself to serve others. And I believe that's what I'm here for. I believe that's what we all are here for, is for expansion, for helping grow this kingdom, helping grow our generational name, helping expand what we have in our family, helping expand what we can do for our communities. And I feel the turn in that. I really, really do. And just like I said on the last episode, I feel this shift. And I hope you're feeling that shift too. And this is one of them that I believe can provide value to you. So I hope this does. Again, I'm really excited about what chapter we're going into. I feel like we're closing one door and opening another. And if you believe that, tell me. I mean, shoot me a message on Insta. Maybe drop a story of what you're seeing in the world, and let me know. I love to be able to not only support you with what you're doing, but be able to just kind of hear your story and what's going on in your world. Because I believe, again, iron sharpens iron. If we come together, we will, we'll rise. We'll all rise together. So that's a little quick message I wanted to share today. I hope you are doing super great. It's a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. About to be going to Revival Night out in Austin, Texas. At Oasis Church, where Alex and Hannah Suber, they are pastors there, and they're amazing. So if you're in Austin, Texas, I highly recommend for you to go out to the Oasis Church. They're amazing. They're right north of Austin in Round Rock, and I love what they're doing. So me, my sister Danny, and Ellie we're all going out there. And obviously, if you're hearing this, come join. But I appreciate you. I hope you're doing amazing. And just share with me. I'd like for you to share with me if this makes sense to you, what you're hearing from this, and then also what you do to get out of those funks. How you serve people, how you like the scripture kind of says, forget yourself, lose interest of yourself to serve the higher purpose. So with that said, I love you all. I hope you're doing amazing. And hey, more coming soon. I'm so pumped about it. And you're seeing the first glimpse of what's possible here with the Trey Angle podcast to create everlasting change. That's really where I see it going. So love you all. Hey again, I hope you enjoyed the message, and again, appreciate you just tuning in. Share this with your friends, share this with your family, and people who you believe can get some true value out of this. Maybe you had someone in mind when you had a revelation yourself. Share this on, share your message with it, share it on social media. Not for me, for you, and for you to be able to be a part of this impact, which I want to hold here, which is creating, again, everlasting change. So I hope you enjoyed the message, and I'm doing something new right now. I'm actually putting together a really cool group. I've had some polls out there and figuring out how do people want to connect around this global world we live in and all online, and I'm actually putting together a Discord app or a Discord community right now for us to all just dive in and check out what everybody is doing, learn from everybody else. So stay tuned to that. The way you're going to be able to see it is actually go into the link in my bio. At the point of me shooting this, I don't have it there yet, but it's just in the progress, and I want you to look out for it. And also, share with me. I'd love to, shoot me a message on Instagram or shoot me a text and just tell me maybe some thoughts that you have on how we can make this community better. We have some amazing things in the works here in Houston, Texas on how we're going to really serve the community and bring everyone together and make some pretty cool stuff happen. So with that said, look out for the Discord. Just look out for the links in my bio, and then also the links in the description below too. But again, I appreciate you. I hope you're doing amazing. Love you. God bless, and talk to you next time.